Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ed Walsh, and I'm very excited to be back here again for another evening to support junior achievement tonight with this very prestigious event. Would you please direct your attention to the stage and stand for the presentation of colors by Captain Shreve High School JROTC Color Guard, commanded by Cadet Captain Caleb Simmons, coached by Sergeant First Class Alvin Gardner, and then for our prayer being led tonight by Bishop Larry Brandon, and the Pledge of Allegiance by Dr. Jerome Cox, retired U.S. Airborne Army Ranger. Please remain standing as the color guard will post the colors.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us look to the Lord. God of wonders, God of love, our Heavenly Father, we gather before you with hearts of gratitude for this special occasion celebrating the accomplishments, leadership of those being honored tonight. And Father, we ask you for your special blessings upon them as we celebrate them for their accomplishments in leadership. As they continue to inspire others, and especially young people, to have a brighter future, we ask that you touch them in every way. As they are being welcomed tonight as laureates, God, continue to use them to be shining examples of integrity, service, and dedication as they continue to influence the community, but especially the next generation. Lord, bless our time together this evening, and may this evening be filled with joy, fellowship, filled with fruitful conversation and healthy dialogue. Bless the food we're about to receive for the nourishment of our body's sake, but help us to remember the poor, the less fortunate, and help us to do our part to make a difference. God, remind us that we are better together. For you said, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. We thank you for this organization and the achievements for so many years, 60. We're grateful. In your name we pray. Amen.
Outward, face. Post. Post.
Thank you once again to the Captain Shreve JROTC Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We'd also like to thank Sergeant First Class Gardner, Lieutenant Colonel Layfield, Director of Army Instruction for Caddo Parish Schools, Dr. Cox, and of course, Bishop Larry Brandon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd now please welcome our 2024 Honorary Chairperson, Laura P. Crawford, 2015 JA Laureate.
Good evening. It is my honor to serve as Honorary Chairman for the 2024 Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame Laureate Induction Dinner. Thank you so much for joining us tonight to recognize these three distinguished citizens in our community: Dr. Jerome Cox, Mr. Greg Lott, and Mr. Jerry Montgomery. Your presence here not only honors our newest Junior Achievement Laureates, but also demonstrates your continued commitment to support the mission of Junior Achievement, which is to empower young people to own their own economic success. Junior Achievement of North Louisiana is one of 99 JA areas within the United States and 100+ countries around the world. JA programs teach young people kindergarten through age 25 transformative skills in financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship, preparing young people with the skill set and the mindset to make smart academic and economic choices, which leads to upward economic mobility for the participants, as well as those whose lives they will influence. When we equip young people with these skills, their risk of living in poverty is reduced. And it has led Junior Achievement to being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2022, 23, and 24. We live in a time when our financial lives are becoming more complicated, and opportunities to spend money far outnumber the informational sources to manage it. Studies have consistently shown that even well-informed parents often feel inadequate to discuss money with their children. JA's corporate and community volunteers deliver relevant, hands-on programs which connect real-life business experiences and financial decision-making. This underscores the importance of education to our very impressionable youth. JA bridges the ever-widening critical skills gap by helping students acquire and apply the tools needed to survive and thrive in our modern world. Students involved in JA develop transferable skills in critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. They often report increased confidence to navigate their education and their career paths more effectively. These skills, along with newfound resilience, contribute to higher high school graduation rates and a more secure financial future. The students who benefit from participating in JA programs learn life skills to equip them with the tools necessary to turn their dreams into reality as they become productive citizens in our rapidly evolving workforce. With the help of our supporters who are here tonight to honor our outstanding new laureates, the proceeds from this dinner will provide about 17% of our annual program budget. These funds deliver JA programs to area classrooms, which is a tremendous return on your investment. We appreciate your generosity and steadfast commitment to today's youth and the mission of Junior Achievement. You are changing their lives and contributing to the success of our community. Thank you again for your invaluable support.
Thank you, Laura, for your message. in support of the mission of Junior Achievement. Hello, everyone. I am so happy to see you all tonight. I am Nita Cook. I'm President and Executive Director of Junior Achievement of North Louisiana. You may ask, what's North Louisiana? Well, that's every parish above the ankle in our boot of a state. So we're working really hard to cover more and more territory, and we're really doing a good job of it with the help of our team. So before we get into our evening tonight of recognizing our new 2024 JA laureates, I want to take a minute to recognize the people who are here tonight. We have a dignitary with us who's also a partner in JA in making sure that Barksdale Air Force Base airmen are involved in JA. Colonel Eric Lord, would you please stand? He is the Deputy Commander for the 2nd Bomb Wing, and we are proud to have you as a partner for JA. So as airmen move in and out of the area, Colonel Lord, along with Trey Giglio, have made a system now under Colonel McInnes, who will help us sustain this program year after year and get our airmen in the classroom. So not only are we teaching them some leadership skills, which they certainly learn in the military and can transfer to that, but we're also teaching them financial literacy, which a lot of young airmen out of school have not had financial literacy. So it's a big win-win-win situation, and we're ever so grateful for you all. So also now we have a whole table of our Caddo Parish School Central Office here with us tonight. So looking over at table 1, would you please welcome, stand and remain standing while I call your names, Keith Burton, our new superintendent. Congratulations, Keith. Dr. Matthew Mitchell, who serves on our board of directors, Patrick Greer, Angela Henry, Emily Stafford, and Jessica Bogosian. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. It's with the support of the JA laureates and our board of directors that we have been able to set ambitious goals to sustain our student numbers, our reach, and to grow our volunteer base. Thank you, Denny, and members of the JA board of directors for your continued support of our mission and of me as the executive director of this organization, along with my staff. Honorary Chairman Laura Crawford and our JA laureates, which are here tonight to celebrate the greatest tradition, the induction of our JA Laureate Business Hall of Fame. But before we recognize the 2024 Junior Achievement laureates, I'd like to recognize our board of directors. So again, please stand and remain standing so we can get your pictures as I call your name. Denny Moten, Chairman from Regions Bank. Adam West, Chair-elect, Progressive Bank. Dr. Matthew Mitchell, Vice President of Education, Caddo Parish Schools. Jed Rimmer, Treasurer, CRI Advisors. Jennifer Elliott, Secretary, Hancock Whitney. Greg Procell, Immediate Past Chairman, Manpower. David Waters, Bickham and Dixon, also a past chairman. Keith Burton, Superintendent, Caddo Parish Schools. Hardy Foreman, Carr, Briggs and Egram. Julie Gilliam, Entrepreneurial Accelerator Program, AKA EAP. Trey Giglio, Universal Mechanical. And we also have tonight our YES board members, which are our young board members who it's our greatest pleasure to have them involved and get the young people involved in JA. And so they're committed to advancing our mission by supporting us through introduction to their peers. The YES members are Kenny Sellers from Home Federal Bank, Erica McCain from Anika Federal Credit Union, Nikki Duval, Home Federal Bank, William Anderson, Entrepreneurial Accelerator Program, and Javon Brumfield I'm not sure, Javon Brumfield? I'm not sure. Okay. Can y'all please give them a big round of applause? So Javon's new with us, and her father is Eddie Brumfield, and we call him Mr. Third Grade. He's been volunteering with us for the whole 13 years that I've been here. So thank you, Javon, for walking in your father's footsteps, and I will find out what your business is. All right. So, and now, as Team JA has grown post-COVID, we're back on track to serving a greater number of students in North Louisiana. So please take a moment to recognize our team as they stand. Carrie Haugen, JA Director of Education, Erica Telsey, Engagement and Impact Specialist, retired Sergeant First Class Charles Sampson, Liaison for the Central and Rural Parishes, and I just have to stop a minute. Well, I'll go ahead and say retired Principal and JA's New Development Associate, Dr. Ron Morris. But Charles Sampson has worked in Evangel Parish teaching JROTC, JA, for 11 years. Before 2 years ago, he joined us in Rapides Parish, and now we've hired him since he's retired for JROTC. So his primary job is to go around the state training JROTC to work with junior achievement, not only to teach them leadership skills, but how to be in the classroom. Now, their leadership in the classroom and classroom management is so important because it gives them a chance to see what it is to be a teacher. It introduces them to the teacher profession. So I know you over in table 1, Alicia Woolfolk isn't here tonight, but I know y'all are jazzed about having your young people in the classroom and maybe future teachers for Caddo Parish. Thank you, staff. All right, so now we want to talk a little bit about those that continue to give funds to junior achievement. We have a society called JAUSA, Free Enterprise Society. You may have noticed several of our guests tonight wearing their special name badges. Those are members of the JAUSA Free Enterprise Society and are recognized for their individual gifts to JA over a 1-year period. The society consists of individuals and family foundation donors who support junior achievement at a high level. It's my pleasure to publicly thank the members of the Free Enterprise Society who are listed in the program and to announce the members who have joined or renewed their commitment to this important group since our last Business Hall of Fame. So 2023 and this year 24-25, current members contributing at the $10,000 level or greater: Sarah Collier, 2017, Lennis Elston, 2022, the Kinsey Foundation, Glenn, Victor Kinsey, and Chris Mayer Kinsey, 2023, Dr. Jerome Cox, and Dr. Jerry Montgomery. Y'all didn't stand. You want to stand real quick, everybody, so we can get a picture? I didn't give very good instructions, did I? Okay, so our photographer's busy taking a picture. Thank you. I'm pretty casual, I guess. Okay. President, at the president's level of the Free Enterprise Society contributes over $25,000 or greater within 1 year. And those members that aren't here tonight is Dr. and Mrs. Lacey Williams, 2013, the Alta and John Franks Foundation, 1994, John E. Atkins, 2023, and represented tonight by Merritt Chastain, 2021 laureate, the Noel Foundation. Thank you. Merritt? Okay, we do have a legacy member society, but Lacey and Edie are not here tonight, but we want to thank them for their continued support that has put Lacey and Edie at the chairman level of our legacy society. And now I would like to invite Denny Moten, chairman of the board for Junior Achievement of North Louisiana, to come to the podium. Denny is going to tell us a little bit tonight about what it means to be involved with JA, and he's got a wonderful message. Thank you, Denny.
Thanks, Anita. Good evening, everyone. So one of my earliest memories of my elementary school education was actually a junior achievement class. An adult who was not our teacher came to our classroom that day to teach us about the real world. That day, we learned about the efficiency of assembly line production through a hands-on activity of assembling ballpoint pens. We had a group of kids, and they had all the pieces of the ballpoint pens. They had the tube of ink and the little spring and the two pieces of the body of the tube. And the job was to see how many pens they could put together in a certain time frame, maybe 3 minutes. And they had this other group of kids. They had an assembly line style. They had one kid, he had all the tubes of ink, and one kid had all the springs, and a couple other kids had the body. And of course, the idea was to see if they could create more pins than the people doing it individually. And of course they did. They smoked them. And of course I was on that team. It's my story, so I can remember it that way. And that initial exposure to JA made such a lasting imprint on me that when the opportunity presented itself as an adult to give back to JA, I could not resist the call. And so over the last several years, I've given time to JA to hopefully make a similar impression on the next generation. Junior Achievement plays a crucial role in shaping the future of young people by providing them with valuable skills and experiences. Founded in 1919, JA has grown to become one of the largest youth organizations worldwide, with the mission of preparing students for success in this global economy. Through its hands-on programs, JA aims to develop essential skills in financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and workforce readiness. One significant impact of Junior Achievement is its ability to bridge the gap between education and real-world application. JA programs often involve local business professionals who serve as mentors, offering students insight into various careers and practical skills. This not only enhances the students' understanding of academic subjects, but also demonstrates how those subjects are applicable in everyday life and career paths. By incorporating experiential learning, JA cultivates critical thinking, problem solving, and decision-making abilities, skills that are fundamental in today's ever-evolving job market. It is my honor to serve as chairman of Junior Achievement of North Louisiana Board of Directors. I, along with the members of the board, join the JA laureates in welcoming this year's JA laureate inductees, Dr. Jerome Cox, Greg Lott, and Jerry Montgomery. Together, we're helping create the leaders of tomorrow in our community, helping break that generational cycle of poverty, and planting the seeds of the entrepreneurial spirit that are critical for the job creation of tomorrow. So once again, congratulations and laureate inductees. Welcome to this distinguished League of Doers. Thank you very much.
Denny, thank you so much. I just want to reiterate, because of your support, whether by attending tonight's induction ceremony, volunteering your time, or just pledging some financial resources, you are making a difference in our classrooms. Many of you have watched the students taught by JA mentors grow with the knowledge that JA lessons present. As mentors talk about money management, preparing for the workplace, and how to start your own business, students begin to engage in conversations about their education, many of whom are talking about their future for the very first time. It is truly a gift for these students to have all of your support. We want to thank you all for being a part of this incredible program. Before we introduce the JA laureates, we'd like you to enjoy two very short presentations. First, let me introduce JROTC Director of Army Instruction for Caddo Parish Schools, Lieutenant Colonel Byron Layfield. Colonel Layfield has played an important role in developing a robust statewide JROTC partnership for cadets, JA elementary students, and our community. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Byron Layfield.
He just told me good luck, and I got all of my bosses in here on table one, so I'll probably need it tonight. But good evening. As he said, I'm Colonel Layfield. I'm retired from the United States Army, and I'm the director of Junior ROTC in Caddo Parish. You know, basically, I oversee the JROTC programs for Mr. Burton. You know, while at Woodlawn, I once told a general officer for a Veterans Day ceremony, you only got 6 minutes to speech. Well, that didn't go over too well, but Miss Nita told me I only got 3. So I just recently took this position, but I've been at a high school for the last 15 years and been involved with JA for the last 10. So I can say, you know, that Junior ROTC and Junior Achievement here in Caddo Parish, we have a great partnership. You know, we also have a lot in common. As the gentleman before said, y'all being started in 1919. Well, we got you beat. We started in 1916. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad as you get a little older, I don't know. So I can say that, but it's really the curriculum of junior ROTC and the curriculum of junior achievement that really fits together. Both curriculums go with determining SMART goals, which we all know how important it is to be able to set goals. And then also determine the difference between a need and a want, which is a big deal with today's kids. And more importantly, our mission statement. The mission statement of junior ROTC is to motivate young people to be better citizens. And then the mission statement of JA, it's a nonprofit that inspires and prepares young people for success. Well, the big key word there is young people. And you would not be here tonight if you were not passionate about young people. I mean, that's it. And we know we need them to succeed. So my young people, my cadets, have grown tremendously by participating in junior achievement. We started out with just one program doing it. Now we've got all 10 in Caddo doing junior achievement. But like all of us, they don't want to be embarrassed when standing before elementary or middle school kids, teaching about financial literacy. So they prepare, they rehearse, they coordinate among each other. And, if we quit right there, that would be very successful that they've done that. But I'm going to tell you, it gets even better because, as we all know, teaching makes us better. You want to be better at something, teach it. You want an appreciation of your teachers, then teach. My cadets, I can tell you, they increase their knowledge exponentially in understanding money management just basically from teaching elementary and middle school students. And hey, the biggest bang for the buck for me, I want to tell you as a high school teacher, that's cadets to realize that teaching is hard and being a well-disciplined student makes it easier. I just talked to one of the cadets on the color guard and she just confirmed it. Teaching elementary kids ain't no joke. So in the cadets without prompting, they conducted an AAR, and that's for the military, that's an after-action review. And as I've learned in the academic world, that's a reflection. But they took ownership of their mistakes. That's a big deal for kids to do. They wanted to make sure that the next time was better, and they did that. And I got to say, there is nothing better than learning from doing. Then this year also Junior Achievement in North Louisiana, they continue to push and grow, as Ms. Cook said, with Sergeant First Class Charlie Sampson, who I've been knowing for about 20 years now. A great soldier, a great teacher, and I know he's going to do a great job for Ms. Cook. And more junior ROTC units in the rural areas are joining that JA program. And it just, bottom line, it fits our curriculum. That's the real deal. And gives our cadets a viable service learning project, which is an inspection that we have to go through. Additionally, we're scheduled to visit Barksdale. I know Ms. Cook talked about Barksdale, but we're actually going out in the spring. And it's giving them a chance to showcase their capabilities and the importance of the Air Force to our nation. And this is a great opportunity for cadets to plan their future. And I really appreciate the command doing that because it's not easy to do that. So young people, I'm passionate about their success. JROTC and Junior Achievement, we work well together. Bottom line, it's our mission. And that answers, as we say, as I'm learning every day in the education world, the essential question, why JA? Because of successful young people. Oh, that general, he didn't make the 6 minutes, and guess what? I didn't make the 3. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you so much, Colonel Layfield. It's exciting to hear about how the leadership development intersects with both the military and teaching professions, as well as providing key concepts to elementary students in our communities. We'll look forward to seeing these young cadets thrive and become outstanding citizens. Our next speaker is Yasmin Hassan. In 2021, Yasmin enrolled in the Junior Achievement Entrepreneurship class at Captain Shreve High School. Little did she know how that course would change her life. She was so shy at first, even unsure if she was able to go through with making her pitch in front of the class, much less to the large audience at the finals of the JA Breeze Dream Foundation Trust Your Crazy Ideas Challenge. But over the 18 weeks that she participated in JA Be Entrepreneurial in the Classroom, as well as the JA Ideas Accelerator Workshop, she developed the soft skills that allowed her to summon the confidence and courage to do just that. Of course, she not only competed, but placed, and she won a scholarship from JA. She is now a nursing student at Northwestern University right here in Shreveport, and is here tonight to tell us about her experience with JA and how it has altered her thought processes as a young adult. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a very warm welcome for Yasmin Hassan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yasmin. I am a student at Northwestern State University, majoring in nursing. Today, I'm here to touch base with you on the importance of entrepreneurship. Now, I know some of you are probably looking at me and thinking, what do I know about business? Well, if I am being honest, I am not an expert, but I did experience at junior achievement the changes our innovations can make. Being a chosen student to participate in the JA Acceleration Program workshops was a step forward for me to show what I am capable of, what I put my mind to. I might not win every challenge I come across, but each learning experience helps shape my mind and a sense of myself. Each day, I have intellectual thoughts on certain feelings and emotions. Do you ever sit back and think to yourself, what if I can make a difference in the world? The truth is, the world is in desperate need of change, and each one of us has the potential to contribute to that change. Business isn't just some random idea we come up with, but rather an approach to our creativity and a driven passion towards problem solving. Life is all about exploring. Taking those first steps and challenging yourself can lead to bigger outcomes than you could have ever imagined. My English teacher reminds me each day of the power of rhetoric. Believe it or not, using rhetorical phrases will help others look your way. When it comes to creating and presenting your innovation, a huge part benefit is engaging with your audience. Interacting with your audience can help provide important feedback to make them feel heard and seen. Not only was I taught business concept, but also social skills. Now, as I sit here and talk to you about my experience, I did learn that after practicing different presentation techniques, I gained confidence speaking in front of bigger crowds. I started to realize a significant growth in my character. Boosting your self-esteem alone helps with yourself and who you're speaking with. While I'm currently studying nursing, my experience with JA has taught me valuable skills by blending my innovative thinking with improvement in patient outcomes. As I am studying nursing, I may use brainstorming methods I learned to help share healthcare solutions. Finding interest in other fields like healthcare, education, art, technology, and so forth doesn't mean you can't make connections with entrepreneurship. If anything, each field can open bigger opportunities for you to seek improvement. Now, the skills I developed here have strengthened my mindset to want to make a meaningful change. Having experienced JA, I have gained insights into what entrepreneurship could potentially mean. It's not just a business idea, but again, about your creativity, your passion, and just problem solving and growth. To wrap this up, I think it is important to encourage young people to have fun with their crazy ideas, to help them believe in themselves and tell them they will do great. Thank you for supporting Junior Achievement and giving me the opportunity to learn and think like an entrepreneur. It is now an important part of my character, and I feel very fortunate to have had this experience. Thank you all.
You know, it's only natural that we as human beings need proof that something works or something is real. And if you need proof that JA works, well, she's walking across the stage right now. Because of the mentors and everything else, Yasmin has been able to pursue her degree. We wish her the best of luck with her college coursework. And as she moves forward exploring new ways to put her nursing degree to work, Yasmin, we know you're going to be spectacular no matter what you do next. And we're so proud to have you representing Junior Achievement here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, once again for Yasmin Hassan. Great job. All right, wait a minute right here. Who's this? Okay. Well, there goes his dinner. It's Greg Purcell, the immediate past chairman of the JA Board of Directors. What is up, sir? Oh.
Well, being an ex-chairman of the board doesn't mean anything when you work for NETA. We continue to work. Now, I wanted to take the opportunity to congratulate Yasmin and the wonderful work that you've done. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Do you think you could have done this without JA?
Honestly, no, because they did help me grow within my character, and I learned social and presentation skills. And thanks to them, I have grown in I'm more social, and now I'm not afraid to present. So thank you, JA.
Okay, so what you're hearing here is a sales pitch for what I'm fixing to pitch next. She got a scholarship that helped her out, as do many young people through JA. I've been doing this for many years, and the number of people that we've helped, like Yasmin, is you can't even count. We have finally reached the 5-star level again in JA, which we had many years ago. We're back to that level. I know we're doing a lot this year to get bigger and better than we've ever been. I think we're going to have more students than we've ever had, correct, Nita, than JA has ever had. Now, in doing that, we're going to do the heavy lifting, all right? We're going to do the heavy lifting to get the young people right here where she is tonight. But in order for us to do the lifting, we also need your help. We talk about the laureates. Thank you so much for everything you've done. But we're asking you for more. So, you have a program that has a QR code on the back of it. What I want you to do is take your cell phone out right now. Nita she only gave me a minute and a half, so we're short for time here. So take your cell phone out, look at this code, download it, donate if you can. If you want to know if it makes a difference, let me tell you, it does. $30 gets you a sponsorship of one student. $1,000 gets you a sponsorship of an entire class. I think we're looking at 12,000 students this year that we're trying to reach. It's becoming a very big thing. This is a great thing for our community. I mean, you talk about wanting this community to thrive and to have individuals like this in our community. It'll bring business here. Businesses will stay. Our students will stay. They will work here and we'll thrive. It starts with you guys. Then we do a little bit of the lifting. Then it's up to you, Yasmin, after that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So do what you can. I appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you all so much. You know, it's really no surprise that JA's secret sauce is our mentors. Greg was one of the JA mentors who works with students during the JA Breeze Dream Foundation Trust Your Crazy Ideas Challenge, along with Denny Moten and Julie Milam from BRF's Entrepreneurial Accelerator Program. They worked with Yasmin to get her ready for her pitch competitions, and look where she is today. I hope you will consider investing in JA students for the future of our community. Now for our special program tonight. We will honor 3 very special leaders, champions of our community, and role models for future generations. These individuals we are about to recognize personify what Junior Achievement strives to teach and instill in the students of North Louisiana. But first, we want to recognize those of you who have previously been honored as laureates in the Junior Achievement of North Louisiana Business Hall of Fame. And due to the tech revolution that evolved from the necessity during the pandemic, we're excited to be streaming tonight's dinner via Junior Achievement's Facebook page live. So if you look around, there's a camera there in the back. There's a camera on the floor. When you see it, just wave to it, and who knows who will see you. Check out our Facebook page and make sure you like us. Before we introduce our 2024 JA laureates, let's recognize the leaders who came before them, those who still support the mission of Junior Achievement and thus the future leaders of our community. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all JA laureates are recognized. Audience, we ask that you please hold your applause until we finish announcing all of the former JA laureates. We'll begin with representing John J. Doles Jr., 1999, Minu Doles Fritzy. Dawn E. Jones, 2001. C. Cody White Jr., 2006. Roy Griggs, 2007. Thomas J. Williams, 2008. George P. Fritzy, 2009. Dr. Philip A. Roseman, 2011. George D. Nelson Jr., 2012. Representing Grady C. Golden, 2014, Suzanne Golden. Laura P. Crawford, 2015. Representing Robert W. Fitzgerald, Chris Fitzgerald. B. Wayne Brown, 2017. Merritt B. Chastain Jr., 2021. Stephen F. Scrivanos, 2021. Terry E. Moore, 2023. Christopher M. Kinsey, 2023. And Glenn V. Kinsey, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, our past laureates who are in attendance, please give them a round of applause for everything they've done for JA. It is also our tradition that we pause to remember our JA laureates who passed since our last gathering.
Part of being involved in your community and knowing that you are a local business, employing local people, is to give back to the community. And there are several organizations that Eagle Distributing has been involved in for years.
Always knows what's going on in the community. More than anybody I've ever met, he just has a love for what's going on and what's going on around him. And it just is fascinating to listen to him talk about his involvement in the community and what he knows about what's going on in the community.
He always is available when something in the community needs to be done. He's a good leader, he's well respected, and is able to get things done.
A person, whether they're starting a business or they're working for a company, can continue to get their education and improve themselves and develop their opportunity because of their skills and their value to companies.
Bobby is a good role model. He is kind, he's caring, he's a good businessman, and his ethics are impeccable. His work ethic is impeccable, and kids could learn a lot from him.
I hope that Eagle Distributing continues to build a strong workforce and continues to educate the workforce that we have, because in Shreveport-Bossier, we have an opportunity to build people and give them an opportunity to grow for better jobs.
He has done it from the ground up. He's been very successful and can provide the examples, the personal examples to people in junior achievement on how to do this and how to become successful and what it takes, and guide them as far as the principles that he's used in his business career to become successful.
He just is a great family man. People who work for him love him. He's generous to a fault, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful man.
Bobby was loved by his community and was a great supporter of JA. He is greatly missed. His wife Pam and son Brad sponsored a table for this evening's event, but unfortunately, they were not able to attend. Well, it's now time for the introduction of our 2024 JA laureates. Tonight, I am honored to announce the names of 3 outstanding individuals who will now join this very elite group of business leaders and community advocates. We ask that you please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all laureates have been recognized. Our 2024 Junior Achievement Laureates are Dr. Jerome Cox, Mr. Greg Lott, and Mr. Jerry Montgomery. Gentlemen, congratulations. Presenting the 2024 Junior Achievement of North Louisiana Business Hall of Fame Awards are members of the JA Board of Directors, Chairman Denny Moten and Adam West, who is chair-elect. Our first Junior Achievement Laureate is Mr. Greg Lott. Greg is Market President for Progressive Bank and is here tonight with his wife Cindy, his family, and his friends.
I always thought Greg was sweet and kind. He was very good looking. He is, I don't want to cry, but he's always there for us.
You know, I try to leave that phone in my pocket when I come home at night to give my total attention. I just think you have to be intentional about creating balance in your life.
He's always checking in with the kids, making sure that they are giving their best, which is a big word for Greg.
I've never missed a ball game. I've never missed a church event that my children were participating in. Very proud of my family, really been a blessed man, and I failed to mention my two dogs.
When my son went to LSU, Henry bought a Jack Russell because he, I think, needed a companion. When our son Henry moved to Charlotte, he brought home another Jack Russell. I told Henry he cannot move again because we keep getting dogs. Those dogs bring Greg a lot of joy, and that has been fun to see. He is one that wants everybody to do their best.
And, you know, every organization has a mission statement, and I've personally embraced one myself personally over the last 15 years. Every day you get my best. I look at the B there and I think about believing in this community. I believe in the products and the services that we offer. I believe in the organizations that I serve. But what the B really stands for me is I believe that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. The E, I think about, it could be excellence, but I think more about it being encouragement. Encouragement is oxygen to the soul. It tells us in Scripture that iron sharpens iron and one man sharpens another. So the S is to share. We're supposed to be a light on a hill, not covered by a basket. We're supposed to share our resources, our time, our talents, our circle of friends. And the T in best is to trust. Trust in the Lord and don't lean on your own understanding. You know, we're supposed to trust one another.
He is the big brother to this community. He truly is loyal to the organizations that he serves. He is there for you.
You'll learn real quickly that there is an amazing amount of intellect and analytical skill.
Never shy to quote a Bible verse for you, and his favorite is definitely Proverbs 17:22.
Both my mother and father were both very active with our church. I grew up Baptist, I married a Presbyterian and became Methodist. So I'm well grounded with multiple denominations. So yes, my life verse is Proverbs 17:22. Cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries the bones. And what that tells me every day that I need to get up with a good attitude and kind of champion the day. I've just been a student of Proverbs. I think all of life's answers are there in those 31 chapters.
Greg can make you feel really good about yourself. He is a wonderful encourager. He is constantly encouraging our kids.
Is a put it on the calendar, let's make it happen kind of person. And everything that Greg does is the truth. It's going to be fair to all concerned. It's going to build goodwill. He certainly values friendships.
Greg focuses on three critical areas in his life: his faith, his family, and his community.
So Greg is very focused on stewardship, and I'm grateful for that because of the seeds that he has planted in the organizations that he has served are going to be serving 10, 20, 100 years from now.
He also surrounds himself with people. He's very organized and gives everybody around him credit for the success. I think that when you're trying to define leadership, that's number one attributes of a good leader. It's a reflection of how you feel about the community And no business succeeds without the support of the community.
Giving back to our community, giving back to our church, giving back to our families is kind of what we worked hard to get to this point to be able to do.
He's really great at just creating a sense of trust. He's always welcoming whenever you need to talk through any issues, whether it be work or family or faith.
Him as a mentor for others, him as a collaborator for groups, have made him very successful in all parts of his life.
Greg is also a champion for the underdog. He is always looking out for those who are vulnerable citizens of the community and ensuring that they have opportunities for success.
Been involved with junior achievement, I guess, close to 30 years now. When I was a junior banker at Premier Bank, I volunteered and taught in the classroom for 3 or 4 years at Kerr Elementary and Bossier, so I got to see it firsthand.
As a school teacher, I feel like having junior achievement in the schools services so many children.
Here with junior achievement, I've been involved since 2019 and really enjoyed my time serving junior achievement as a way to serve our community.
If you want to build unlimited opportunities for someone, you have to show them what can be.
And I feel like when business leaders come into the schools, as with junior achievement, it gives them an opportunity to see what they can become and to give them hope.
Whatever the lesson is, or whatever the age group that you're with, whether it's teaching a elementary school child what a need versus a want, or you're teaching a high school child, how to operate a budget and, the revenue versus the profit of a good sold. You're able to see that light bulb moment where something really clicks. Seeing that moment, with your own eyes is a special moment, and it makes it worthwhile to spend those volunteer hours in the classroom.
So if I'm giving advice to the young folks out there that might be watching this, I would tell you it's all about hard work and waiting for your time. And if you do all the right things, opportunities present themselves to you.
There's not anybody that I believe is more deserving of this honor from junior achievement. So I want to congratulate Greg.
Because he is, he's a lifelong servant. After Greg retires from the banking industry, he's still going to be involved in community activities. He's been involved with some of the nonprofits that he currently is involved with for 30 plus years.
It is my honor to congratulate Greg, to welcome him into the family of laureates. We stand on the shoulders of some really, really great people as you walk down that hallway and see all those portraits from way back.
I'm truly proud and happy to know Greg and excited to celebrate with him tonight.
Greg, I just want to say congratulations. Your family, Mary Helen, Henry, and I are so very proud of you and all the work you have done and accomplished in our community. You have been a wonderful husband and a wonderful father to both of our children. And we just are here to support you and wish you continued success in everything that you do. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Junior Achievement Laureate Greg Lott.
Wow, they made old man look good tonight. Good evening. Big thanks to Nita Cook, her staff, the Junior Achievement Board of Directors, the selection committee, as well as all the folks that had a part in putting on this great community event. You guys really know how to make someone feel special. I'm truly thankful for all of my family, friends, clients, mentors, community leaders, colleagues, and former laureates that are here to support Dr. Jerome Cox, Jerry Montgomery, and myself. I personally find it much easier to celebrate others but I am deeply honored to join those who I've admired for so many years by being inducted into the Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame as a 2024 laureate. I've been blessed with a wonderful life. God had a plan for me all along. All I had to do was slow down, listen, and make a few changes. I want to start out by thanking Cindy, my better half, my rock for the last 27 years. I also want to thank my father, Jerry, for modeling what a father, husband, servant leader should look like. My son, Henry, works and lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, and could not be with us tonight, but my daughter, Mary Helen, is here, who's currently working on her MBA at LSU and working part-time for New York Life. Mary, I'm very proud of you, and Henry, I'm proud of what you're doing there in Charlotte, North Carolina. In addition, I'd like to thank Kristen Powers, Chris Fitzgerald, Adam West, and Tommy Williams for participating in my video presentation. Do we have any fact checkers here tonight? That's good, because I want to stay with that presentation. Y'all did a great job, and I very much appreciate the time that you invested in that video. In 1984, I planned to become a forester, and I had hoped to get a job in forest products industry in the state of Texas. I started down this path at Louisiana Tech University in the fall of 1985 and was moving forward with my plan until I landed a part-time job with Ruston State Bank in the spring of 1986. It was then my plans changed completely. The following year, I moved over to the College of Business to pursue a career in financial services. This change from forestry to finance was a divine example of Kairos timing in my life. I've benefited greatly from the relationships with clients, employers, employees, mentors, and numerous centers of influence that I've forged in the financial services industry over the last 38 years. Truly, everything is about relationships, and real success is about growing to reach your maximum potential and sowing seeds to benefit others. There are a lot of things I enjoy about my job, but I get the greatest joy in helping others. And I especially enjoy mentoring young people who are just starting out with their careers or businesses. I've cherished the opportunity not only to serve our clients, but to serve our greater community. The clients that we serve are the job-creating engines in our local economy. We view ourselves as trusted advisors, financial stewards that focus on innovative problem solving, eliminating financial gaps, helping folks achieve their financial dreams, while also improving the Northwest Louisiana community that we all love. When I reflect on the great community leaders that have been recognized in prior years, a lot of things come to mind. Certainly the industry growth, the value that was created both in terms of jobs and capital investment, but the main thing that stands out to me is the commitment that they made to our community. They could have been equally successful anywhere they chose to live, but they made an intentional decision to stay here and make our community better than they found it. They were focused on making Northwest Louisiana a thriving and inclusive community, and they did this by modeling servant leadership and creating pathways for everyone's benefit and mutual success. I hope one day others will have the same thoughts about me. Thanks for being here to celebrate with us tonight. I have the highest regard for the Junior Achievement of North Louisiana and its mission to inspire and prepare young people for success. And I am delighted to be a part of advancing all the great Junior Achievement programs, both with my time and financial resources. I'm going to finish up with a short poem that has shaped my life, and I feel like it represents everybody in the room here tonight. It's titled, "What Kind of Person Are You?" It was written by Ella Wheeler Wilcox. There are only two kinds of people on earth today, just two kinds of people, no more I say. Not the good and the bad, for it's well understood. The good are half bad and the bad are half good. Not the happy or sad, for in swift flying years bring each man his laughter and each man his tears. Not the rich and the poor, for to count a man's wealth, you must first know the state of his conscience and health. Not the humble and proud, for in life's busy span, who puts on vain airs is not counted a man. No, the two kinds of people on earth, I mean, are the people who lift and the people who lean. Wherever you go, you'll find the world's masses are always divided in just these two classes. And strangely enough, you will find too, there is only one lifter to 20 that lean. In which class are you? Are you easing the load of the world-changing lifters who toil down the road? Or are you a leaner who lets others bear your portion of worry, labor, and care? These are great questions that I ask myself often. I'm convinced that everyone needs and benefits from those that lift and offer daily encouragement. Thank you for being heavy lifters in our community, and thanks again for being here with us to celebrate tonight. God bless.
Congratulations.
All right, thanks, sir.
Greg, congratulations, and thank you so much for your commitment to junior achievement as a volunteer, as a cheerleader in advancing our mission, and for the many hours that you spend mentoring the future leaders of this community. Ladies and gentlemen, our next laureate is Mr. Jerry Montgomery. Jerry is joined tonight by his wife, Allison, family, and 6 tables full of First Methodist friends.
He'd come home from work and he had a batting cage put up in our backyard, and he'd take me to the batting cage and we'd work on my swing until I finished on a good one. That's one of his coaching phrases that anyone that's played for him knows, that my dad always wants to finish on a good one.
Having Robert come to work for me has been the greatest blessing of all, because I think as a parent, you would always prefer that your children come home and work for you, especially if you own a family business.
Well, I've known Jerry since I was 8 years old. He and my brother and older sister Karen were all friends through tennis. And so I came to know Jerry, and then he became my coach. And Jerry was one of the greatest coaches that I've ever had.
Tennis was my passion. I loved working hard. I loved the competition.
And then, of course, we'd stay out on the tennis court for hours, and he'd always say, just 5 more. And you'd hit 5 more, and then, no, we got to end on a good one or whatever. So he really pushed us. I was #1 in the nation in doubles with my doubles partner in the 14s, and I was #1 in the South in girls 14s, girls 16s, girls 18s.
And then she transferred to Centenary and came home and won the NAIA National Championship. And it is a real tribute to her dedication and her hard work that she accomplished what she did.
He's kind of taken that mentality and uses it through business and provides opportunities for young men and women to see how a family business works.
My son's senior year, he broke his arm at the beginning of his senior year football season. Jerry knew that he would not be able to practice anymore after school, so he approached Dixon about working at Chevyland.
Came in, had really good people skills, and was ready to work hard and did whatever I asked him to do. And before I knew it, he was calling customers on the phone and telling them it was time to get their next oil change. He was helping me if I was selling a car. Also, he began to work in the area of data analytics.
I feel like he learned so much from the job. Working with Jerry at Chevyland taught him real life working skills.
A lot of times, if you have a young person who comes in, it's amazing what you can learn from them. And we've had a wide variety of young people who have come to work for us.
Me and Jerry met on the phone, actually called me after my senior year. We played a semi-state football championship semifinals. Was very impressed with how I held myself on the field and saw me play and stuff like that.
And he started off putting up Christmas decorations and moving cars and taking out trash. And the next thing that I knew, he was selling vehicles.
With Mr. Montgomery's help and his mentoring, I've since sold over the course of 4 years, $7 to $8 million in cars. And the impact that meeting Mr. Jerry had on me completely changed the course of my life.
I am really competitive, and I think that you could talk to my family in particular, and they would tell you how competitive I am.
He's a competitor, and that carries over to Chevyland too. He's a competitor. You know, he wants to beat the competition.
Are wanting to be the best, but at the same time, wanting to be the best in the right way. When it's all said and done, we're going to try to be good sports. We're going to treat people with respect.
You know, his character has remained unchanged. He's one of the most steady people I've ever met and the most influential man in my life. And much of who I am today is a direct result of him.
He actively is investing in his employees, making personal relationships, not just workplace relationships. The most extraordinary thing about Mr. Jerry Montgomery is that 74 years old, he will run a healthy, I like to think, a healthy and fit 21-year-old up and down a tennis court with no care in the world.
I think it is wonderful to give young people the opportunity to dream.
As great as he is, my dad is limited in the number of lives that he can touch, but I do think that he embodies the principles and the values that Junior Achievement seeks to instill in others.
I think junior achievement is important because it gives these young individuals the opportunity to learn about business and to learn about life in general.
I would 100% recommend looking into Junior Achievement because everybody has to get help from someone, whether it's where you start, you end, or in the middle of what you're going through.
And carry what they learn from Junior Achievement on into adulthood and become productive, good, law-abiding citizens.
I feel like they need to learn that early in life so they can understand what it's like if they do want to run a business.
The big thing that Junior Achievement does is it provides opportunity. And it is wonderful that Nita Cook, our executive director, and others have provided this opportunity across the board.
What he's done has been not for accolades. What he's done is just because of who he is.
I'm really grateful for Jerry and his encouragement and his belief in me because I really don't know that I could have gone as far as I did had it not been for him.
Yeah, there's no way that I'll ever have the impact on people that my dad has just because he set the bar so high.
Do you know, I think of it more from the perspective of the impact that they've had on my life. Because I think that the gift of being able to be a coach and a teacher is the opportunity to see the growth of the individual that you work with. My wife, Allison, is the best person that I know. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. She has brought out the best in me. And oh my goodness, I know it's required a lot of patience on her part. If it were not for Allison, I don't think I would be receiving this award.
Dad, congratulations on your wonderful achievement here. You've accomplished much in your life and have set the bar high. For me and for John and Mary Ivan and Margaret Ann, you've left a remarkable legacy for us, and you have shaped all of us in ways that we can't thank you enough for. And we also know that you've impacted the lives of so many, and I'm proud to be your son, and I can't ask for a better father and a better role model. And so thank you for all that you've done for me and for many, and know that you've had a tremendous impact on the lives of countless people in Shreveport and across the nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Junior Achievement Laureate Jerry Montgomery.
Good evening. I'm so honored to have been selected by community leaders, colleagues, and friends as a Junior Achievement Laureate in the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame. In particular, thank you to our Junior Achievement Board of Directors and former Junior Achievement Laureate inductees for the big and good difference that you've made in our community and for the way that you've made junior achievement in Shreveport and Bossier and North Louisiana grow and flourish. In particular, thank you to Laura Crawford and Linda Bernanke for having nominated me, and also to Nita Cook for the wonderful leadership she provides as president of Junior Achievement, along with the tireless work that she's done in preparing for this great evening. I would not be standing up here tonight if it were not for my family. To my wife, Allison, and my children, our children, John, Mary Ivan, Robert, and Margaret Ann, as well as my in-laws, my sisters, my extended family, my church family, my Chevyland family, and many friends. I'm grateful for your love, your encouragement, and your support, and I am really proud to have you present here tonight. 23 years ago, I returned home to help run our family business, Chevyland. I must admit it was a daunting task because I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor at heart. Having coached at Ole Miss for 15 years, I found it difficult to leave that life. But little did I realize what the Lord had in store. And Scripture tells us that He says He is able to accomplish all things in a measure far above and beyond what we ask or conceive. And He has certainly done that in my life. Among the many challenges that one is confronted with in a retail business, I saw opportunity. And one of those was the potential for bringing high school students to work on a part-time basis. So much of it has to do with believing in young people and teaching them real life skills that enable them to build upward economic mobility and confidence to thrive in their careers. With that in mind, I'd like to share several success stories with you, because this is really not about me tonight. It's about the people that I have had as family members encouraging me, loving me, supporting me, but also I've had the privilege of getting to see a lot of young people grow. I've picked out 5 young men who came to work for me on a part-time basis when they were in high school or after a year or so in college. They started off in entry-level positions at Chevyland, working as porters, moving cars, emptying trash, and greeting customers. Matthew Frost, would you stand up, please? I hired Matthew as a 17-year-old junior in high school, and since that time, he has served in many roles at our dealership and has worked his way all the way up to be our parts manager. He is now only 24 years old and has taken on great responsibility as an executive, directing our parts department with a large number of employees and a vast inventory. Thank you, Matt. Jalen Smith, would you stand up? Jalen has also worked at our dealership since high school, and listen to this. He began as a porter, then he drove our courtesy van, advanced to cashier, then became our dispatcher, and is currently our top performing service advisor. That is arguably the most difficult position in a car dealership. And he turned 23 years old today. Happy birthday, Jalen. He's on vacation this week. Thank you for coming tonight. When it comes to work readiness, there is just no one like Jalen. He excels every single day. Jason Little, would you stand up? Jason came to work as a part-time porter in his senior year in high school after Byrd High School had won the state football championship. And he sold his first car on his own initiative within 2 months of the time he started working for us. This would be followed by many more, and his spirit of entrepreneurship has served him and our dealership very well. He has continued his education at the University of Arkansas and works for us online as well as over the holidays and in the summer. In the process, he has become an elite salesman with an impressive customer base and a high level of financial literacy. Thank you, Jason. And Coulter McMahon, would you stand up, Coulter? Coulter McMahon, who worked for us in high school during the summertime, stayed in school, earned his law degree from LSU, and is now the executive director of the Louisiana Automobile Dealers Association, the LADA. Coulter is such a positive role model in helping young people understand the importance of staying in school and the opportunities that it will surely provide. Thank you, Coulter. I've got one more of these, but I'm going to save it for a minute. I could tell you many more stories of young people, both boys and girls, who have worked at Chevyland and who have benefited from the training that they've received. They've been able to work part-time, make money, continue in school, and determine what their life's work might be and what gives them purpose. It's especially important to me that we teach them financial literacy. One last quick story that demonstrates growth and success. Garrett Lambert, would you stand up? As a college student at Louisiana Tech, Garrett was unsure of the career path that he wanted to take. He began to work as a porter and figured things out day by day. He has demonstrated such a strong work ethic, humility, and courage. Garrett could be characterized as a man, not a boy, who will do anything that is asked of him. He now manages the constant flow of a high volume of inventory in our parts warehouse. Come and take a look at it sometimes, and it's amazing what he does. Also, I'm very proud of him and that he is back in college as well and has a really promising future. Thank you, Garrett. In conclusion, we at Chevyland are committed to being part of the mission of Junior Achievement, to help young people develop the skill set and the mindset to build upward economic mobility and thriving lives. Hopefully, their employment and training at Chevyland will ignite a spark that will enable them to realize the opportunities and realities of work and life that await them. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jerry, on your lifetime of achievements and especially for modeling the pillars of JA. We do appreciate it. Our final 2024 JA laureate is Dr. Jerome Cox. Dr. Cox and his wife Linda have 4 sons who are all here tonight. He's also surrounded by friends from Shreveport Citizens United, his church, his fraternity, and many other family members and dear friends.
If there are minutes left in the day, to him there is the potential to accomplish something great.
When I think about Jerome, to me, what makes him special is he kind of represents what can be.
I have never seen someone that can do so many things with excellence.
Dr. Cox is just very genuine. And I think as a business owner, as a friend, as a mentor, that is very, very important.
You fight for your comrade and your country. You come back home, you fight for your family and your community.
He made it a real mission to give us a great understanding about having good morals and good discipline.
He's someone that means what he says and says what he means.
That's a lead by example guy.
I didn't grow up with a father in the home, so it was 7 boys, 1 girl. My mother was a single mom, and she was just courageous and such an example for me. That's why I feel so strongly that women can do anything. It's amazing. But her steadfastness and her commitment to see her children do better, and education being one of the prominent pillars for us, it just reminds you that if you can break through the tough barriers of life, and if you can weather the storm, you just have to fight through it. But good things are ahead.
He is fiercely loyal, and he has a fierce love for his family.
Oh my God. There is no Jerome Cox without Linda. That lady has been the backbone for our family.
The way he loves his wife, the way he honors his children and listens to his children, pours into his children.
You got to get your first ministry straight, and that's the family. So I wanted to just do all I could to provide for my sons.
So to see it firsthand has been game-changing for me, being a young husband, being one that wants to have a family one day.
One thing he really taught us that relationships is a wonderful thing, and if you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability, 100%.
He has the ability and has had the ability to break every barrier that would hinder his success in life.
I'm just a kid who decided that I'm not going to let life beat me.
He doesn't want to be part of the problem. He wants to be part of the solution.
It's great when you have mentors, people that surround you and to encourage you.
It's all about the greater good. It's amazing what you can do when the selfish nature of humanity is erased and mashed and suppressed.
By him transferring that wisdom and knowledge to us, now we get to transfer that wisdom and knowledge to the next generation and say, hey, these pitfalls that the world has for you out there, you don't have to walk across, you don't have to walk in, you don't have to be caged in.
Somebody's got to give back, and a lot of people don't have. They may have the means, but in their mind, they say, well, what am I doing that for? We have to be the beacon of light that shines on that end so other people will see it and want to do the same thing.
It's my belief that there's greatness in this city if we'll collaborate and we'll work together and we will bind and not be broken.
This is a community that I'm going to be in for the next coming decades, possibly. So I want to make sure I'm coming up in a place that's going to be breeding hope, that's going to be breeding politeness and this spirituality. I want to, love thy neighbor.
We consider it a gift and a blessing to be able to do what we do.
And you have to be unselfish, and I just believe that's a big commitment. But my mother is a big proponent of that. She's always encouraged us to give to the community and whatever seeds that we can sow. Because once you sow seeds, that's when the harvest comes. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity coming from the background that I come from.
He is the little boy who didn't have enough to eat, going to bed. I mean, he's that person in school who got made fun of for not saying the word correctly. So many of those things, I think it really connects with a lot of people. When you give back, you not only satisfy, it says in the scripture, God loves a cheerful giver.
Collectively and collaboratively, we all bind together and we can do something great if we work together.
He's come out of pocket a lot of money for stuff and people that couldn't. So much so sometimes it got a little rough. I'm like, Dad, well, he son, look, you just people need this. They need it. And I can do it. Why not? You know, God will bless me. Just pray about it. We'll be okay.
I don't see it as a handout as we invest into the lives of young people that are struggling and that need help. I see it as a hand up.
My brother and I were arguing one day about this deal, and my mother whispered, "It's amazing what you can get done in life if you don't mind who gets the credit." Junior achievement is on point because their ability to talk about their education. Education is essential.
I believe it's extremely important. I think that there's a great need for things like financial literacy and learning how to set up your goals, learning how to work toward them. I think that it will give them the tools that they need to be successful.
Because it really reaffirms what junior achievement, I believe, is all about. It really reaffirms what the American dream is all about, that no matter who you are, what skin color you are, what socioeconomic status you come from, that you can achieve these types of heights. It's not something that's reserved for a special group of people.
They need role models to look up to who have come from the same place they came from.
He's just amazing, and you can see in his eyes, his heart, that he really wants to impact these kids, the next generation, because it's so important, especially these days, that kids see adults, people that really want to see them succeed.
Every child can identify with him. No matter what challenge they may have at home, no matter what their circumstances are, no matter how far out of reach success seems to be in their lives, Dr. Cox represents what can be.
And I'm just grateful. I'm thankful for Junior Achievement. It's a great organization. It's a pillar in this community. And what it has for us is bigger than we recognize because it's consistently expanding. Just imagine if we all came together and we consistently lifted one another and we worked together as teams and we use strengths of one and the weakness of another becomes that strength. Those are the kinds of things, these are the plans that we have, and then we develop things that are relevant. But what's concerning to me is that when we're always recreating the wheel, when there's someone already doing that, how about we take our resources and support that effort and take those resources and support that effort? If we do that, I can assure you, you will see a great Shreveport.
Dad, I'm proud of you, man. Couldn't be more proud of you. You deserve this more than anything. I know you're going to continue to push and do great things, especially on this. Couldn't be more proud, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I mean, you can do it. Congratulations, Dad. I mean, you always do a great job, but you've done quite a job this time. Congratulations, Dad. This is a great moment and opportunity, and we're praying that we know that you'll use it to the greatest platform possible.
Honey, I congratulate you along with our sons, along with your colleagues and your friends. There's no one that I personally know of who is more deserving of this than you are. It's an answered prayer for me because I am constantly praying that God would constantly reward you for your diligence. You are absolutely the hardest working, most loyal person that I have ever met, and the best is yet to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Junior Achievement Laureate Dr. Jerome Cox to the stage.
I'm putting a timer on so Nita doesn't lose it. All right, listen, I want to thank you so very much, all of you. What a night. I want to thank the current laureates. I want to thank Greg and Jerry. When I tell you they're wonderful people, you know, I'm just amazed how we got involved with two remarkable and humble people, and I'm proud to be a part of that. And one of our main things on this theme tonight is that we all love God.
We love God first and foremost. And I'm not afraid to say that. But I also want to thank the honorees that has come before us. It's so important that you recognize, we understand that you are a big part of how all of this works, and we're thankful. I want to thank Nita, you have done a marvelous job. You worked so hard, so diligent. I was actually calling her going, are you okay? Just making sure everything's all right, just brilliant. But I want to just say what an honor, what a privilege it is to receive this honor. I'm very thankful. I recognize the fact there are some giants and titans that have come before us. And we want to set the right example for others to follow. But we're very, very, very grateful. I want to begin by saying that I had asked, I think I had asked Roy Griggs, I had asked Bishop Larry Brandon, I think Barbara Norton, it was David Nelson, Kenny Ray Cox, and it was some other folks that I asked to speak and do the video for me. But after talking with them, I realized I just couldn't afford them. You know, so I'm just kidding. But no, thank you so much. I'm just so honored. It is truly, truly a privilege. Can you imagine? I have a philosophy, and I always say that moments like this, I'm not supposed to be here. This is unreal to me because of my background, where I come from, and I want to talk about that briefly tonight. But again, I want to acknowledge Junior Achievement. It's brilliant what they do. It's amazing how they've expanded their tentacles throughout the global, our countries, and they've been just amazing. I'm just blown away how that has just evolved. And we're very thankful today for that. And the fact that they look at these young minds and they say that it's possible, the dreams can be dealt with, big dreams, big minds. So very, very thankful. So Junior Achievement is definitely on the right path. I want to go real quickly, and I want to thank and give some gratitude. Roy Griggs, are you here tonight? He's a titan. He's one of my mentors that is a big titan. I want to thank Ollie Tyler, Terry Moore. I had a handwritten note from Harry McGinnis. I love that man. He's been a mentor to me. He kind of, you know, whenever I turn things down, he always reminds me why I should accept it. Because I was like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to join another board. He said, that's not what this is about, and he was able to redirect me, so thank God for him. You know, I want to thank people like Dr. Dennis Brooks, who's a mentor. He and his wife, Clara Brooks, are there in the audience with me today. She has just gone through surgery, breast cancer, and they've driven all the way from Austin, Texas, to be with me tonight. Would you give them a hand clap, please? You know, and I'm just going real quick. Now I want to thank, and those that I'm going to miss, you can deal with me tomorrow on it. But I do want to thank, I asked D.A. James Stewart to be on the video. Couldn't afford him. Tom Edmond, are you here tonight? Would you raise your hand? See that guy right there that's raising his hand? Stand up, Tom. Have any of you actually met a billionaire? That's one right there. Yeah. That guy right there, he's the real deal. I love you, Tom. You know, as I go through the friends, I was telling, you know, the good scripture tells us a friend sticketh closer than a brother. That's you, Mike Reardon. It's true when he said it sticks closer than a brother. So I want to thank some of the tables. I want to thank my Cater family. Where you at, Cater? I want to thank my Cater family. I don't want to thank Steve Swoops, though, because he's put me through a lot, you know. But I really appreciate the Kinsey brothers. I thank you so much. Terry Moore, you guys, just brilliant. I'm just blown away how this has happened to me. It's incredible. Well, listen to this. I want to start by also thanking my immediate family. I want to thank my brothers. I have my sister, Fleeta Taylor, here. I have my niece, Amos Jr., and his wife. I have Kenny. My oldest brother is a colonel, retired colonel. He was legislators for 3 terms, and thank God they kicked him out. but he's done with that part. But my mother here, my mother's with me tonight. My 85-year-old mother's with me tonight. Thank you, Mother. It's just amazing, and I want to thank. I have a CPA here, Nathan. I want to thank my banker, Jonathan Reynolds, because I need more money. I want to thank all of you guys. I appreciate it. But let me tell you what I want to touch on is that my family today. Linda Cox, my wife, is my rock. And she is truly the wind beneath my wings. I thank God for you, Linda. There is no Jerome Cox without Linda. And I want to thank you for all of the commitment you've shown me. I have neglected you. I apologize, and I'll stop neglecting you in the next year. And I'll be finished with that stuff, I promise. I want to thank my sons, Jerome Cox, Ryan Cox, George Oliver Cox, and Adam Cox. I have 4 sons, and 3 of the 4 are registered nurses. Can you imagine? So that's wisdom. That was all on purpose. So when I get old, I got it made. Smart move, huh? But let me say something about these young men. One of the things I did do is I persuaded my sons. They somehow decided to stay here in Shreveport. And the reason they decided to stay here in Shreveport is because, thank you, because they recognize that there is a great place here. There's great things that can happen. And if you believe in this city, then you can win. I mean, there are winners in this city. Merritt Chastain knows this. There are winners. Thank you for your mentorship, sir. There are winners there. So I said to them, why on God's earth would you want to stay here and all of this? They said, because we believe in this city and we want to build it because we want to live here. So that meant that I had to create 3 more different businesses. And they're actually the managers and mentors of those businesses. So I'm so proud of them who have taken lead, and they're CEOs and young men. I'm so proud of them. My son Ryan, who works close with me, this kid has a Bachelor's of Criminal Justice, Paralegal Law, Master's of Social Worker, and a registered nurse. Such a hard-working guy. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I thank you. So let's talk about, real briefly, about how Jerome Cox got here. I'm from a family of 8 children, 7 boys and 1 girl. I think in high school, I was probably voted most likely not to succeed because of the struggle we had. When you're poor and the things are not there for you, you can either make an excuse for it, and you can do all of these horrible things if you wish, or you can buckle down and you can have what we call resilience, and you can fight for what you believe. And my mother, who I observed one day going to pick up her from her job, I didn't know what she really did. And I saw this man shoveling chips in a chip yard at the plant. And I looked, and I was waiting for my mom to come out of the building. And I saw this man walking from the chip yard, and I'm thinking, who is that? My mother unrobes and takes her jacket off, and it was my mother, shoveling chips. Wow, man, I thought, unbelievable. 2 and 3 jobs so that we could get through. Missing meals. You know, I remember when you're a child, you ask your mom, can I have that? And they go, yeah. But you don't realize what they have to give up for that. And she gave up a lot for that. So I want to be very clear. Tonight, Mary Cox is my Hall of Famer. Mary Cox is my Hall of Famer. Mama, you're my Hall of Famer tonight. Thank you so much for your sacrifices. I asked my mother when I left high school. My sister said to me that I was told that school probably wasn't the best thing for me, and I believed that. So I decided to go into trade and all of that. And one day my sister said to me, why haven't you considered college? I said, well, I had a teacher pull 5 of us in a classroom one time. She said, I just want to make it clear you're not college material. Fair enough for me. But my sister made me believe. And so I go to college, Northwestern. Not only do we excel in that, but I end up becoming the first African American over the Blue Key National Honor Fraternity. 3.68, just hard work. And I remember asking my mother, did you think I could make it, Mom? What do you think? And you know what she says to me? It's possible, son. I believe it's possible. And so I believed that it was possible. And then I achieved the college. Got ready to, my junior year of college, I decided I wanted to become an airborne and jump out of a plane. What person does that? And I actually did that because I asked my mother, you think that's, she said, I believe it's possible. And I was able to do that. And then I go on and I graduate college, get into the military, and begin to serve. And I realized that, that I wanted to become an Army Ranger. And I asked my mother, is it possible? And she said, son, I believe it's possible. And I was able to achieve that goal and do that. So my point tonight is that anything is possible. You just have to believe, and you have to put the work in, and you have to be committed to that effort. And I'm reminded every single day when I'm tested. I remember when I was going through the training, it was tough, it was struggling, and I didn't know if I had what it took, and I could hear my mother saying, son, it's possible. It's possible. And that's all I needed to get up and keep pushing forward. So when we speak to our children today, especially junior achievement, we must realize and infuse into them that it's possible. Anything's possible. If I can come from a family of 8 children with no daddy, and I really envy people who have the fathers and all that. I think that's great. I had to find that in other ways and other people. My mother was my mother and my father. She was my everything, and she is my everything. So, I'll end it here. Good things happen to those who work hard, who are committed to the greater good. I believe if we sacrifice ourselves for the greater good, good things happen. My mother said these words to me, son, your accolades are great. Things like that are wonderful, but lifting people up and serving others is the greatest model of giving back in the world. And that's what I've dedicated my life to, is serving and giving back. So, with that being said, Mama, tonight, you're my MVP, you're my Hall of Famer tonight, and you're my Hall of Famer forever. Thank you, and God bless you.
Great job, great job. Jerome, congratulations. Thank you for being a part of this evening's event to raise funds to inspire and prepare young people to succeed. Thank you for going all in to bring awareness to the JA programs. JA is ready to partner with you, Mike, and Dr. Spillers to support the young people involved in Shreveport Citizens United. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting close to our time to say goodnight, but first, we'd like to say thank you to the Shreveport Convention Center for allowing Junior Achievement, North Louisiana's Business Hall of Fame, to relocate to this incredible space. As you know, to have Junior Achievement in the classroom requires time away from the job. Please take a moment to read the names of those businesses who provide volunteers to assure our curriculum is available to area students. And if you have been inspired to help JA empower young people, we do have a place for you or your business to volunteer with us. Before I leave you tonight, it is my pleasure to welcome back to the stage the President and Executive Director for Junior Achievement of North Louisiana. Please welcome Nita Cook.
So what a great evening, and we are so much almost on time. So Before I forget, I want to say thank you to everyone that's come. I'm going to do some individual thank yous, but also we have guests from Ruston, Monroe, Alexandria, and I want you to know, there you are, that we are coming to your communities. And we would love to visit with you further about that and see what we can do to expand, to do our service in more areas in Louisiana. Also, we are live streamed on Facebook, Junior Achievement in North Louisiana. So take a minute to go look at the video when you get a chance. And one thing happened tonight, I don't even know why I'm surprised because it happens often, but news reporter Tony Neal interviewed me today. Julie Milan made sure I got there and got it done. Thank you, Julie. But he was smiling the whole time and he was asking me some really good questions. And he looked at me and he said, I did Junior Achievement when it was over on Southern 50 years ago. I mean, and they remember. I've had so many people. The mayor's wife was going up the escalator tonight to Captain Shreve's event, and she goes, we made, what did she make? She was in the Junior Achievement Company program in high school, and she had made the little triangle tees for golf. And I said, well, do you have any? I'd love to put it in our little mini museum in the Hall of Fame. She says, no, we couldn't hardly keep up with it. We sold so many. So some of you have those same stories of purchasing, the kids knocking on the door and purchasing JA's products from the JA Company program. Well, I want you to know we're still doing that program today, and we couldn't do it without the continued support of each one of you all and to our schools in Caddo Parish. So lastly, I just want to say that when students connect the dots between their classroom learning and success, it allows them to understand the importance of staying in school, the importance of education, and to take ownership. It's really hard if somebody else is telling you have to do it, your mother, your grandmother, maybe you have a single parent, maybe your mom works 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet. Lots of reasons why we need to instill in students that they take ownership and responsibility for their education at a young age. And I truly believe that mentors going in the classroom, even when it's JROTC high school cadets that are telling these young kids, because they come in there in uniforms and they're sharp, and these kids are looking up to them. They don't know they're in high school. They've prepared. They're teaching the concept. They've got the key terms. They're having a good time. They're on their hands and knees, right next to the kids, working the activities with them. And it's really important that we allow our kids to have that. So thank you, Honorary Chairman Laura Crawford, for stepping in. I really appreciate it. I want you to know when I asked her, she says, I'd do anything for you, Nita. So now I'm just kind of like making a list of what else I need done. All right. Laura taught my daughter violin for 10 years, so I saw her every Tuesday for a long time. And I enjoyed helping with the Centenary Suzuki program, and it's dynamite. So thank you again for doing this tonight. Thanks to the students, the JROTC cadets that came tonight to do our posting of colors, and to Reverend Larry Brandon for doing our invocation, and to Dr. Cox for leading the pledge. I have decided that is what we are going to do every year because we got started on time. Because when they marched in, y'all marched to your seats, and it was wonderful. We have so much fun visiting with each other that it's hard to sit down, and we'll have a few minutes to visit afterwards as well. But thank you, thank you. Y'all have had such a positive influence on the students in our community, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank, a special thanks to Ed Walsh, who just gets it together and ad-libs from a script that might not be as good as what he can do. And we really appreciate him coming back. To Dr. Barikis, who's come, she said tonight, how many times have we done this? Like at the Shreveport Country Club, well, that was 13 years ago, and she's still helping with the check-in, and she knows everybody now. My team at JA, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all have really been wonderful. Y'all have helped us spread to 7 parishes now in Louisiana.
And we will easily reach our goal, I believe, of, Greg, not 12, but 14,000 students this year. And that's going to get us back to COVID rate, to pre-COVID. And then we're just going to move further and further as our new team develops in our area. So thank you for our 2024 JA laureates and your families for coming tonight. Thank you for saying yes when you were asked to be a laureate. It's not easy being a laureate because we say, once you say yes, we say, okay, now we need 50 pictures of your family. Now we need you to find 4 or 5 of your best friends or somebody you can pay to video for you, right? And then we ask you to be on time with your speech and all these other things. So thank you for participating in it, and thank you for your lovely wives that helped get all this together. I'm almost finished. So as we close tonight, I want to ask the 3 laureates to go ahead and come to the stage. The 3 2024 laureates, if you would come up to the stage. Okay, you've already forgot who you are. All right. You have to come back next year, so you have to remember this. Come on up. This is my other trick to get us out of here on time. So y'all are welcome to visit with them and congratulate them after we take our group pictures. All right, come on, to the middle, to the X. Thank y'all. Let's stand up and give them a round of applause. All right, I'm gonna be the director.